First one is called Visitor. Warm summer sunshine covered everything, gently burning the back of her neck as she sat. She watched the honeybees feed from and pollinate the flowers she had planted, and it brought her so much joy. Blood rushed and breath was held as a nearly weightless visitor landed on her bare knee, walking across her skin for several uncounted seconds before taking flight and returning to work. The tiny rush of air pushed by minuscule wings was the only goodbye that seemed necessary. She smiled and took this visit as a sign that the lover her thoughts couldn't save themselves from was thinking about her too. This next one is called Endured. The linens were soft and fresh against her skin. She lay comfortably with her legs draped over the side of the bed and turned her head to smile and look at him. The sheets were so cool against the side of her face as he approached. His strong hands lifted her ankles before parting them and kneeling between them. His lips kissed the outer and his tongue tasted the inside of her body. As he did, a warm breeze entered the room from the open window at his back. The scent of lilac swirled and mixed with the aroma of the woman under his nose. He breathed and his lungs exhaled a moan that softly traveled through her flesh. This was the spring that he had endured winter for. This one's called Morning Waves. Her lips smiled, her eyes closed tightly as the morning waves repeatedly lapped at her feet. Sea foam crawling between her toes, asking her to remember his tongue doing the same thing merely hours ago. The water covering her feet and making them wet, but with not the same soul that his mouth had. The ocean could cover her, of course, but the sea on its roughest days couldn't compare to how she swore that she was drowning in the fluid she forced from him. Only to be brought above the surface again when his lips met hers and they shared the salty taste of sin that seawater was always jealous of. This one's called The Sweetness of Summer. Shorts, sandals, a sundress, and skin sprinkled with salty sweat. Cool sips, licked lips, sticky mouths, and ice cream drips. A shared cone that led to vanilla-flavored kisses. A late sunset and katydid songs, followed by an early dawn. Waking to tacky blinks, and then a memory that sparked the day's first smile. The night before still lingering on my tongue. A body next to mine under body temperature sheets that lifted and fell with her every dreaming breath. Only the sweetness of summer to us. What time is it, I ask myself. The quiet coolness of what must be the early hours of a new day envelopes everything with its darkness. Another night that I lay wide awake. Sleep and rest becoming mere playthings of hope. I turn to her, silently sleeping under sheets and blankets, underneath which I softly run my hand over a delightfully naked ass and pepper her bare shoulders with the most tender of kisses. Because if I am not to dream, I'll treat my lips and my fingertips to the next best thing. And I will end with this one. Through the haze of sleep, she took silent steps in my direction. I struggled to see how much more those eyes could be for me, but her bare skin insisted on radiating in a sense that I couldn't quite understand. Lips met as fingers touched her face, allowing the veil my mind kept her covered with to evaporate. I traced her silhouette with my eyes before feasting on the sight of the body before me. She couldn't stand for our lips to be separated and moved her mouth to mine. We loved repeatedly in any blessing her body allowed, after which she looked at me and spoke without words. Where are we? I smiled and responded, this is where I dream, and I want you to stay with me.